a white guy, and he's a UFC fighter, and it trips me out because I'm like, Trump is so influential. He's an icon, and because of that, I can't vote for him. I can't. It has nothing to do with his policies or what he's doing. I can't vote for him because he influenced stupid people to do stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So another
Like,
4 years.
Look at that nigger. Let me kill him. Oh, let me shoot that dude that's running in his back.
Well, see, people.
What he stand for and what he do is why I can't vote for him, because he's not making. All right, he is making America great again. And what he mean by that is when it was just white people here, and then black people were slaves. Let's make America great again. That's what I mean by that, because that's the only again and great in their mind.
Well, see, and the people had shit mixed up because when all that rioting took place, that was the biggest assist you could have ever gave Trump. And black folks handcuffed ourselves. I had debates with some people on this podcast about it, and I said, hey, I understand the anger, but we can't do that. We got to be smarter, because they will use that to their advantage, and that is really what happened. I'm a big I love to listen to Joe Rogan podcast. I fuck with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan was typically like very liberal. He does drugs and shit and all this type of thing. Joe Rogan has become increasingly conservative and Republican.
Rogan took his ass to fucking Texas as well.
Yeah, but he's drinking that Kool-Aid of law and order, because there's like 2-3 blocks in Portland where they riot every fucking night, and the media puts that shit on TV as if that's the whole fucking state of Oregon happening like that, and it got these white folks riled up, and they're gonna go vote for Trump because Trump's the only one talking against that type of shit. And black folks, and I got in debates with my sister about it, where it's like, this is what people do when they're just getting shot and stuff like that and all the time. I say, yeah, but we got to be smart. I hate this thing of being more emotional than we are smart. When has that ever been desirable? When has that ever been effective? And it's like we feel justified. It's cathartic to go break some shit. But when I'm mad and I punch a wall, my woman, she gonna walk out the door. Any woman that I respect is gonna leave me, because she's gonna be like, yo, this dude here don't know how to handle himself, because he's more emotional than he is smart. And then one day he's gonna fucking hit me. If we're that way as a community, it's just not effective. So I understand the rioting, but it ain't like this is 1965. Now I sound like a fucking conservative Republican.
It's both. I understand what you're saying, but I understand the other side too, because I'm not saying, I'm all about rioting, but if they weren't doing anything until people start rioting, they're like, maybe we should do something. Niggas acting crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that.
Like, let's sit back and relax. Let this police officer just sit there and chill. Who matter if he killed him? Right? People start rioting. It's all right. Let's do something about this nigga.
But you know what? To make it even worse, who's rioting? It's more white people than blacks.
Right. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about this white woman coming to me saying, hey, are you voting? You need to go out and vote or whatever. Obama told me to make sure I told everybody to go out and vote because he was in Atlanta. Like, this white woman said this because now all of a sudden I can help her out. Now all of a sudden she can use me to further her cause. And that's what Black Lives Matter is. They're using black people to further their cause, which is LGBTQ and all this other stuff, which ain't necessarily a black thing. They're using our name. We're the sacrificial lamb.
Like a minority thing.
Right. We're gonna throw on your jersey and play ball. And it's like, yo, but I'm not even on the team. So it's just not. I understand the emotions of protesting, but I do think that shit got a lot of motherfuckers out there voting for Trump, seeing that shit on TV. I know it did. And all these early voters and people are like, oh, this is, these are all Democrats voting early and shit. I think there's a lot of people out there voting for Republican early too, because they feel like America's turning to shit.
Because a lot of Republicans are voting today,
Right.
With like Trump, he specifically said, don't mail in, like go to the polls and vote. And that's why, like you said, we're seeing these gaps starting to close.
Man, so I would like to let everybody know that even with what Biden currently has, and it could change because there's still numbers coming in, but what Biden currently has and what is light blue that's leaning towards going blue, also including what's not counted for, which is California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Nevada, Arkansas, Alaska and Hawaii, he'll be left with 259 electoral college votes. He won't have 270.
Oh.
So
Ugh.
Florida is currently at it's supposed to tell me. I guess it's not going to tell me. When I checked it last, it was at 96% tallied up. So Florida's definitely going red. Georgia was at 70%. Texas was at 50%. So yeah, it's looking like 2016 all over again.
Damn.
But yeah, James, you remember we was talking about Jamel Hill? I want to say probably like last week or 2 weeks ago, which you
look at Josh. I'm sorry. Just look at his face, bro. He looks so heartbroken.
Boy, heartbreaking for what? Because Trump might be winning.
I didn't know I looked that way, but it's resonating me. It's resonating with me.
Why feel that way? I mean, you just.
I'm not surprised.
Trump.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all why I voted for Biden. It wasn't because I support Biden. It wasn't so much a vote against Trump. It's because I know black folks personally that I literally am worried about their sanity after Trump gets reelected.
I get that. I get that.
Oh, yeah.
People get so fucking worked up over this motherfucker. Yeah. I can't even. It's fucking with my dating game. I can't even talk to women about politics because they can't be objective.
You talk to women about politics?
I try not to. I try not to.
I was just playing, Miss Lady. I was just playing.
What are you
saying?
He said you talk to women about politics.
I know, right? But listen, you know, you can't go too many, hours without bringing it up. And
you can't go any.
When you know what I mean, like if I'm having a conversation with a woman and politics come up, and I'm a very like middle of the road, objective, reasonable person, and they're so ignited by all this Trump shit. They just hate him. They just hate him. They can't they can't even like talk. It's just all emotions. And I'm like, yo, let's just get this fucker out of here, bro, because it's just causing people too much heartache and grief.
Hey, you know what? I have not heard any woman say that they were voting for Trump.
That they weren't?
They didn't say they were voting for Trump. I haven't heard any women say they're voting for Trump.
No, I don't hear that either. But what I'm telling you is,
the white women that's voting for Trump.
I speak reason. I speak reason. So like I'll talk shit on the Democrats. Like I'll catch my chick watching CNN. I'm like, you know they on some bullshit too.
You got a girlfriend?
And then it just goes. It's nah.
No.
You know,
I'm making
a lot of
bigger point.
A lot of black females.
You got a girlfriend? Because I don't want to say anything wrong.
I'm making a bigger point, man. What are you trying to get at here? Why are you trying to? That's not what I'm talking about here. So.
I know. I just didn't want to say. No, I'm just.
No, I ain't got no girl, man. We good.
All
man.
right, cool. All right, now I can say what I'm going to say. No, just go ahead. Go do your bigger point, and I'll say it after.
Oh, you didn't got nothing. All right. Well, shit.
No, I did, but you said it's a bigger point. So
somebody please make a point.
My bigger point not big.
I was gonna say that a lot of these. I mean, the reason why a lot of the I'm assuming you're dating black women, but a lot of them have this idea of hating Trump. It has to do with their feministic mindset, feminism. There,
Yo, man,
Trump is very sexy.
You got any homegirls? Shit. Nobody's objective. Nobody's objective about
Listen, my homegirls are pro.
They're all feminists.
They're
woman isn't. I asked the girl, I said, are you feminist? She said, I kind of have to be. All right.
You ain't gotta be shit but yourself.
But I mean, this is a psychological thing. I mean, this is a separate topic, but a lot of this stuff, the way that people think, is psychological, is experience based, trauma based. this whole thing.
Right. They've got a valid, however they feel in their heart that has led them to that point. And I can't invalidate it because that's only gonna incur hate or, disagreement.
Even if it's wrong though, and I'm a person I'm really big on trauma, but I'm also big on get the fuck over it to a certain degree, right? Depending on what it is. Some people just want to drown in sorrows. That's just I don't have that mindset.
Some people live for it.
Yeah,
I do. I live for it.
You live for other people's pain or your own.
I live for other people to fucking learn their lesson with whichever way it takes for them to learn.
You're not in the victimhood,
drowning in their own sorrows.
Yes, I live for niggas to drown in their own sorrows. I do.
But
until they get over it, right?
Not,
or just
some people may never get over it.
Hey, shit.
That's that victim.
And it's not beneficial.
It's that what?
That victimhood shit, man. You're not into that, man. Whereas like
I hate victimhood. I hate victimhood.
I can tell, bro. And that's
Were y'all talking about reparation earlier?
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, how y'all hate victimhood if you want reparation?
Because it's a debt that's old. It's different.
I gotta do the Trump hands. That's different.
That's different.
Y'all really think we gonna get reparation?
I don't think it. I'm just saying that I know that we deserve it.
Sounds good.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I can agree with deserving it. But then who they gonna give it to? Because everybody's mixed nowadays. I mean, I don't know, maybe in about 50 more years, everybody will look around peanut butter.
It'll be less than 50 years.
But
no pure black, no pure white.
They know. They know. I mean, you can literally do a DNA test and they have no information on you. That's how they know.
So if you got a tenth of black in you, you deserve reparation.
Well, no, it's about
of your check.
African.
Oh, white people are gonna get rich.
Okay.
That's what they did to the Native Americans, right?
Okay, I can see that.
Those white people that have a little Native American blood,
There was
they
less
ain't
than
gotta pay tax.
There's less than 10% of Native Americans left. There's a lot of niggas out here. That's more like 50.
Yeah, Josh showed the number. We had what 300 million or some shit like that.
That's a lot.
I think that number is wrong. Because and what made me think the number is wrong.
But the 300 million is not that's what I said earlier. The 300 million is not African American. That's including every black person, even the ones who immigrated to this country, who would not receive reparations if that's the case.
Right, but I was just saying, I've always, well, not always, I more recently have thought that percentage, what does it say? We're 14.6%.
14.6% of the population.
That is higher because why are y'all just, why are you heavily pushing for black people to vote? Like if we're such a small group, why are you heavily pushing for us? Like, I mean, everything, I feel like all of it.
Right. I'm going to just say this though. If Biden loses, that just lets black people know that their vote does not count.
Who said that black people is only 14% of America?
No, that was some statistic that
Josh
pulled up.
That's not correct at all. What website you got that from? That's not correct at all. When I was in college, that percent was higher.
Well, we're following.
But I feel like they're trying to change. I feel like the statistics are changing based upon who create them, right? Because anybody could go in and change statistics. I mean, change the numbers.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to look at the correct websites like .com,
.org.
Like,
your credible sources.
Yeah, exactly. Credible sources. Try to go more towards primary sources and people that, like you said earlier, credible sources, people that have been proven to be correct. But just like looking something up, that's not really the way anymore.
You know what?
Some of us are illegal. I mean, look at 21 Savage.